So now let me start. Let me go to that document again and see what all API we have, RAML we have completed. We have completed Experience API for mobile application, Experience API for web application, Process API for retrieve and consolidated route and schedule, then System API for travel on tip, route travel on tip, retrieve travel on tip, route and schedule System API. Now we are left with only this System API. For these two API now, actually we will create these two API without using RAML. Okay, so we will not create RAML and all, but we will create for this. So this System API is retrieve, fast go, route and schedule. Okay, so let me go to description. So everything will be on header. So on header only you will have it. So System API travel on tip. So this one is we already completed. System API fast go. So now we will work on this. Okay. Here also you will find lots of similarity, but you will create from we will create from scratch. Okay, so you will have clear understanding of how to create RAML. Okay, since after this we are not going to create any RAML, so this one will be our final RAML. So after creating this 5-6 RAML you will have good understanding. Okay, and one day like later on I will take one theoretical session, so there I will explain few things like what is resource, what is query parameter. I think I have already given that detail, but still I will take in more theoretical way. Okay, so now let me create new RAML. So go to create new API spec, retrieve consolidated route and schedule for fast go. Okay, RAML. Okay, so we'll start with documentation. Description we can give this RAML will h route and schedule for fast go transport provider from okay. Now so what will be next? So next we have to see what all resources are there. So in URL we have two URI parameter. So how to identify URI parameter? URI parameter will be inside curly braces. Okay, so we have two URI parameter and one resource. Resource is routes. Okay, so first one is okay, and then this URI parameter, and then we have routes resource. Fine. Now we'll see method. So method again get. So why it's not giving suggestion? Okay, fine. We'll take method get. Till this point we are fine. Okay, security part we haven't added anywhere, so we'll work on security part later on. Okay, so I will show you how to add security. Okay, now in input we have one header. Okay, so we have header, name of header is this, and this is required, so required will be true. Then what else we will define? Mandatory y type string. Okay, type string, and then next example, so we will take this example only. We can write example in next line also, but if we have single example, then I will prefer to write in same line. Okay, now we are done with input header. We don't have any other input. Okay, so now we'll go to output. Okay, so in output they have given example directly. Okay, so let me go to output. So output will be start from response. So we will have 200 other response code also. We'll start with 200. So in 200 response, first part will be body, and then we will have data type application JSON. Fine. Then next we have this type array. Okay, so here type will be array, and then okay, whenever we will have type array, then we need to write items. Okay, now inside item what we have object item. So this array has object item. Okay, so what will be type object, and then this object has type object, and then this object has two property. Okay, first property departure location code, and what is okay, first required will be true, type will be string, and then example. Okay, we have this example. Next we have one more property for this object. Okay, required true, type, what will be type? String, and then example. KLG M1. Okay, so we are done with this schema. This schema is very small. Fine, so I think we are done with everything. So we are done with this root one. Now we'll go to schedule. For schedule also we have get method, transport type, transport company, and then we have schedules. Okay, so what I will do, I will take this schedule, go to same hierarchy of root. Oh, sorry, we missed here example and all. Okay, so after type we will have to give it, we need to give example. Okay, so I will take example from here, and we need to define other codes also. Now we define only 200, we need to define 500 and other. So let me beautify this. So what tool is JSON beautifier. Okay, so fine. Till this point we define only 200. Now we'll define 400 for, okay, for 400 and other code we can take from existing, since everything will be same. So as you remember, we have created one backup which contain all the things in a single YAML file, so I will take from there. So let me start with 400. $400, 404 and 500. I will do copy paste here. Okay, fine. So now we are done with this root one. Now we'll work for schedule one. So let me go to same hierarchy of root. So this one, SCHE. Okay, let me do copy paste to avoid any kind of mistake. Okay, so this one is schedule, and then in schedule we have one transaction ID in header. Okay, so schedule, first we need to define method will be get, and then we will have header name. Okay, header we can do copy paste from here, everything will be same. So header we can do copy paste. Fine. So we are done with header. Let me see if we have any. Okay, now we have query parameter. We have two query parameter, both are optional. So first one is departure location code. So query parameter, first one is departure location code. Required will be true. Okay, required will be false, optional. If you see here, mandatory is NN, so required will be false. Type will be string, and then example. So I am taking this BEN SG. Fine. So we have departure location code, and similar to departure location code we have origin location code. So okay, sorry, destination location code. Departure, okay, fine, yes, destination location code. Okay, this one is also false string. This, if you want, you can change, you can keep same also, no problem. KLGMY. So we are done with input, header and query parameter. We don't have anything in input, so we'll go to output now. In output we have this structure. Okay, so, and we have example here also. So what I will do, first for output, what will be our, so on same indentation, so header and query parameter, here we will have response. Okay, in response I will start with 200, and then inside 200 body, and then we'll take this body is of type application JSON. Okay, and then we'll define type. Okay, so type will be array. If you see here response, this is array of this item. Okay, so type will be array, and then items. Okay, so let's start with item. Departure location, departure date time. Okay, sorry. So first we will have type. Type will be object, Okay, and then object has properties. Okay, so first property is departure date. So we have 4 property, one by one will. So first one is departure date time. Okay, required will be true. Okay, and then type will be string, then example. So this one is departure date time, so we'll take example from here only. Okay, similar to we have all structure, we have similar structure, so better we'll do copy paste. Okay, type will be required to, everything will be same, only this data will change for other. So we have 4 times, so I will do copy paste 4 times. Okay, now one by one I will replace. So from location, example will be BNSG. Then we have 2 location. Okay, and example will be KLGMY. Then we have available seat, and this one of type integer. Available seat to type integer. Integer, for integer we have number here, and example we can give 20. Okay, so in right side you can see whatever resource we are creating, everything will come, and we can test also. Okay, that part after this I will show you. I will test all the API and all what we have created, means all the RAML what we have created. We'll test all RAML, and then from tomorrow we'll do development. Now, so we done with 200. Okay, example part is still we haven't. So on the same level of this type, example will start. Okay, so I will take example, and here I will paste example. So let me take this example. Okay, we need to take entire. Okay, 1 minute. And last time we took entire payload now. Let me see. We took, yes, we took. So okay, so we have this memo. Let me correct it here also. Okay, and then I will paste it here also. That's giving error. Example value for schema inside an API should be object. Okay, array item type object, yes, fine. So object, type object, properties, departure date time, from location, to location, available seat. Yes, everything is fine. So they are saying this schema is not matching with our example. So okay, I did one mistake. Example should be on this hierarchy. Okay, actually when we will keep example on this hierarchy, then it will match with this object. Okay, but we are keeping array, so we have to keep on this hierarchy. Okay, so we can paste it here. Now I think fine. Okay, fine. So we are done with 200. Now for 400 and other we can do copy paste. Okay, so 400, 500 other I did copy paste. So we are done with root and schedule both. Inside root we have get method. Okay, this one has one header, and in response we have 200, then 400, and then 404 and 500. So for this I can do one thing. Need to remove this space. So when we will minimize, it will minimize everything. Same thing we need to do for this also. So remove this space. So when you will minimize, it will minimize entire payload. Okay, so header is fine. Then we have 200, 400, 404, 500. Same for schedule also. We have header. Then we have query params, we have response, we have 200, 400, 404, 500. So we have created everything. Now, okay, let me show you something. So here you can see in left hand side, we have created two resources. One is root, another one is schedule. So first resource we have get method. For next resource we have get method. So if you want to test this, then click on this get. Then you will get try it option. Okay, click on this try it. So if you can remember, like we have URI parameter, and both URI parameter. Okay, let me go to URI parameter. So inside root we have header, 1 minute, transport type and transport company. Okay, sorry, yeah, this one, transport type and transport company. So we have to give some value. Transport type I am taking as a bus. Transport company is this one for fast food. Okay. Sorry. Okay, and then for root we have header. Okay, where is header? Header by default it will, whatever example we have provided, it took that example. We don't have anything in query parameter. See, we provided both the URI parameter, we provided header, and then we will call on this send method. So whatever in 200, whatever response we have defined here, so we'll get same response here. Okay, so that means whatever we have YAML created, it's working fine and it's working as per expectation. Now if you want to test same YAML from Postman, then what will be process? Here you can see we have mocking service configuration. Okay, click on this and then you will get it make public option. Make it public. Then you will get one URL. Okay, take this URL. Okay, and go to Postman. Okay, so for Postman, let me open Postman. Paste this URL. Okay, and then we have to define resource. Okay, so slash our resource is roots. Okay, so as you remember, we have one mandatory header. If you go to this resource root, Then we have one header that is mandatory, required is true. If I will not pass this, see, we will get 500. Sorry, method not allowed. Okay, what method? Yeah, method is get only, resource is roots. Okay, method is get only, roots we have. Okay. So we have to define this transport type, transport company, and then routes. Okay, so first transport type will be bus, then transport company will be fast go. Okay, and then routes. Okay, so this time we are getting bad request. Okay, previously we are getting some other error since we haven't provided this URI parameter. Whatever URI parameter we have here, transport type, transport company, these all are part of base URL. Okay, so base URL we will provide here. This one is our host and port. After host and port we need to give base URL. So we are giving this base URL. So transport type, since this URI parameter means we have to pass some value in this URI parameter. And how we will pass? Like this, bus and then fast go. Now what is URI parameter? It's a nested resource. So whatever you can see here, these all are base URL where we have these two nested resource, bus and fast go. Okay, and then this one is our resource. So what is difference between resource and nested resource? Resource is a group of like object, you can say. For example, routes. So it will give all the routes, like whatever routes we have. And this nested resource means routes for bus, route for this transport provider, fastgo transport provider. So what we are doing, we are categorizing our resource. That is the means use of nested resource. When we want to do categorization of our resource, then we use this nested resource. Okay, now we have 400 bad request. Bad request, whenever you will face bad request, that means either you are doing some mistake in query parameter or header or body. Okay, whatever we have defined, we are not passing as per expectation. So first we'll see what all things we have defined in our RAML. So in RAML we can see only we have in input we have defined only header, and header is mandatory true. That's why it's failing. So we need to pass this. So go to header, transaction ID and value also we can take from here. Okay, now I will call it again. See, we are getting 200 success, means we are calling this RAML, and in case of 200 we are getting this success response. So in this way we can test from Postman also. Okay, now first we need to follow best practice in RAML. So let me go to normal mode again. Okay, so we'll do all step one by one. So first we need to create folder structure. For that I will open one existing RAML, and then I will see and I will create same kind of folder structure. Let me open any one. So okay, SAPI only, fine. So let me start with library. Okay, so first okay, I opened some different one. Let me go to design center. Okay, so first we have libraries. Inside library we have common, root and schedules. Here Okay, we are not getting this plus option. So here we need to create 3 folder. First one will be common, then inside library we will have next folder roots, and then we will have next folder schedules. Okay, now inside common we will create 3 folder. One is data type, next one will be traits, and next one will be examples. Okay, so let me see everything is fine. Data types, example, and traits. Okay, so let me rename it data type to data type. So you can see whenever we will create anything and we want to perform operation, then you click on this 3 dot. Okay, so I want to rename data types. Now for root and schedule. Okay, here we need one more. Okay, later on we'll create. For root and schedule we need data type and examples. New folder, data types, new folder, examples. Same for schedule also, data types, and then examples. Okay, fine. Now one by one we will start moving things from main RAML to different location. So let's start with example. So I will remove this example, and this one is for roots 200 response. Let me see what name I used to keep. Get root 200 response example. So go to roots, click on example, new file. For JSON file we need to go to other, get roots 200 response, then example. Okay, click on create, paste it, format it. Okay, and then copy this path, go to main RAML, include it here, paste it. Fine. Now we'll do for schedule 200. Take this payload, cut it from here, go to schedule example, click on new file, file type will be other, name will be get schedule 200 response example .json. Okay, copy path, fine. Okay, fine. So now we'll remove this example for 400 404. So where it will go to common. So common example, new file, type other, name will be, let me see what name pattern I followed. 400 response example. Okay, so this one will be, okay, sorry, 400 response example dot json. Create, paste it, format it, copy path. So click on this three dot, copy path, go to main YAML and include it here. Paste this path. Okay, let me remove this space. Same thing we can do for schedule also. Fine. Now we'll do for 404. Control, remove everything, go to example, common example, new file, type will be other, here it will be 404 response example.json. Let me format it, then copy path, go to main YAML, include it here, okay. So this example we can use here also. Fine. So we are done with 400 and 404. Now we'll do for 500. Remove this, new file, other, 500 response example .json. Create, paste it, format it, copy path, go to main YAML, include, paste it. Take same here and do it for schedule also. Okay, so till this point we are done with all the example file. Anything left for example? No. Now we'll do for schema. Okay, so let's start with this schema. So here we have type array. So what I will do, I will cut it. I will go to this one for root, I think, yes, root. So root data type, create new file. This one will be YAML only, specification will be data type, and then data type name we have to give get roots. Then what kind of name? I think same name we are using now, get root 200 response, then data type, data type dot YAML, create, and then go to next line and paste it. Okay, we need to indent, so it is fine. So next what we will do, data type, copy this path. Okay, go to main YAML. Here we can define types. So for this also we have some other option, but let it be here only. Actually type similar to what we will do in common now, like we will create common business library. Similar to that we can create root library and then set tool library. That also we can do. Okay, fine. This one is also good only. So type, then we have to give name of this type, so get roots. Okay, and then we need to include okay. So now this get root will contain that data type. So what I will do here, we will use that type. Okay, since this type is mapping with this example, so we are not getting any error. Now we need to do same for 400, 404 and 500. Now in these three you can see type are same. Type, object, property, status and message. 404 also type, object, property, status and message. Example are different. Okay, so example we already defined here. Different example we already defined, so we can ignore this 400, 404 and 500 example. Okay, having example is also we use same only. Anyhow, we are defining example here, so what we can do, we can copy one schema and we can use for all these three. So here I will take entire schema, go to data type of common. Since this 400, 404, 500 we are using in both root and schedule, so we'll create in common. New file, raml, the specification will be data type, name will be, this one is error response. Let me see what we used for other. Common error data type, common error data type. Okay, click on create, paste it. Okay, and then copy this path. Okay, so we can go to main raml. Here I think we have used common error, I think something like this type, common error, yes. Okay, one more thing, actually, as I told, like similar to traits, what we are doing, traits we are including in library and then we are using here. Similar to traits, we can use type also, like in main library we can use and then we can take from there. Okay, when I will explain trait now, then I will explain what exactly I want to say. For now, we'll follow same what we did from starting. Now this common error will contain that schema. Okay, so whenever we want, so for example in 400 type common error. Okay, same for 404 also, type we need common error. 500 also type we need common error. For schedule also, for 400 we need type common error. 404 also type common error. 500 also. Okay, so we are done with 400, 404 and 500. Now okay, so we'll work on one we left, this one, get root response we are left with. Okay, so type, we'll take entire schema. From here we'll go to schedule, data type, new file, this one will be raml only, specification will be data type, this one will be get schedule 200 response data type. Paste it here. We need to follow proper indentation, so let it. Okay, then copy this path, go to main YAML. Here we need to create one more type. That one will be get schedules. Then we need to include, copy this path, copy this get schedule, go to that 201. Here we need to include that type what we have created. Okay, so what exactly we are doing, whatever type we are defining, schema we are defining inside data type, and we are including that data type inside this type, and we are using that type here. Okay, instead using directly, we are keeping in some separate file and we are using from there. So till this point we are done with everything except traits. Okay, so we'll create now traits one by one. So first we'll create this one, header one. Go to this header one, is again common file we have, so go to traits, click on new file, YAML, specification will be trait, name we can give, this one is for headers. Okay, name of header will be transaction ID. Okay, and then traits, headers transaction ID trait. Okay, click on create, go to next line and paste it. Okay, before this we need to create one common business library, if you can remember. So new file, specification will be library, name will be common business library, create. So what we used to do, we used to create trait, and that trait we import here, and then this file we import in our main YAML. Okay, same thing we can do for data type also. We can use data type, we can import data type here, and then this file we will import in our main YAML. From there we can refer data type. That also we can do, but for data type we are including in main YAML directly. But for traits, what we will do, we will copy this path. First we will include inside this common. So here we need to define traits, name of trait we can give, so this one is transaction ID. Okay, and then paste it. Okay, include we need to use, so okay, if you remember, like we don't need this path, so we can remove this path. Fine. So we are done with this trait. So what I was saying, like types also we can create here. Instead of creating directly in main YAML, we can create here. Okay, that better, we will modify this also. So in next session we will modify this. Actually till this point we have created YAML, but still we will do some modification. So I will show that part in next modification. For now focus on this trait only. So first trait I created and I imported in common business library. Now go to, okay, now how to include that library here. For that, as I told, we have this usage. Okay, inside this we have to give name. So name of this file, we will give some name of this usage, and then we will include this. So I think what name generally we use, common. Okay, for common business library we use common, so let me use common only. Okay, and we need to include this one, so let me copy this path. Here we don't need include. Okay, if you can see here, we don't need include. Now whatever data we have inside this, okay, so whatever data we have traits inside this. So all traits now we have all traits we have inside this common. Okay, so if I want to use that trait, so what will be syntax is, and then where we have that traits inside this common. So first I will type this common, then automatically it will suggest you how many traits and other things are there. So transaction ID we have, so we'll select transaction ID. Now this transaction ID, if you go to common, this transaction ID include this path. Okay, this is giving error. Okay, then maybe we need to include this. Okay, let me remove this traits header. Okay, fine. So inside this common business library we are using this transaction ID, and this transaction ID includes this trait. And if I go inside these traits, I can see we have one header. So now at this place what will come? At this place header will come. If you want to see, then click on this get. See, where is header? This transaction ID is coming. If I will remove this, see, now we don't have that header. Okay, so this one overall including that header in our YAML. Okay, so let me see if we have any other traits. Yes, we have. So for this header also we can use same one. Now we need to create these two query parameter. Okay, one is departure location code, another one is destination location code. Okay, so I will remove both. Go to traits, new file, specification trait. This one is query parameters, query params. One is departure and another one is destination location code. Is it? One is departure location code, another one is destination location code. So one is departure location code, and then trait query parameter departure location code trait.yaml. Go to next line, paste it. Okay, so this one we created departure location code. Now we'll create destination location code. New file, trait, okay, so query params, destination location code, and then trait. Departure location code till this point is fine. Don't know why it's giving that kind of error. Like, okay, let me create again. New file, create, query, params, destination, location, code, and then trait, destination, location, code, trait, ramel. Okay, we paste it. Fine. Now we have created two traits, so I will include here. So one is departure location code and another one is destination. Departure location code include, so we'll take from here trait departure location code. We'll do same for destination location code include, so we'll take traits destination location code. Okay, so we are done with all traits. Now we'll include in main RAM. Okay, yes, we already included this library. Okay, so this common library we already included inside this common usage. So this common usage contain all the traits. Here we need only one trait, but in schedule, this one is root, but in schedule we need all three traits. Okay, so again common dot departure location code, then common dot destination location code. Fine. So I think we are done with everything. Yes, so we are done with this ramel also. Still, if you want to do testing and all, so let me, okay, it's already, let me see if URL is changed or not. I hope URL should not change, but still I am doing copy paste. Okay, so still we are getting response, so everything is fine. So now what we did, we removed everything from main ramel and we created different type of file and we imported everything there. So now our ramel follow it. I can't say like it's 100% we are following best practice, but yeah, we can say like 80% we are following. So few things also we can do, like instead of using this type here, we can use inside this common business library or root library or schedule library, and we can use from there. That we will cover in next session. So yeah, better will include, actually if we have already this kind of structure, then we should use that structure only. Okay, fine then. So we are done with today's session.